Hello, my little story lovers. Are you all snuggled up and ready for an adventure? I hope so, because today I have a very special story to share with you. It's a tale about a friend you might think you know, a girl with a very famous red cape, and, well, what happens when that cape ends up in the wrong place at the wrong time. So get comfy and let's begin. Our story takes place in a magical, wonderful land called the If Forest. Can you close your eyes with me for just a moment? Let's imagine it together. Picture giant green trees that tickle the sky, with flowers in every color you can think of blooming all around. Can you smell the sweet, earthy scent of the woods after a little bit of rain? And listen, can you hear the birds singing their happy songs to each other? Let's pretend we have wings, and we're gonna fly there right now. Whoosh! Up we go, over the fluffy white clouds, and then we'll swoop down, 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 right into the heart of the sunny If Forest. Okay, have we landed? Is everyone cozy and settled in? Are your special listening ears turned all the way up to their best listening setting? Let's check. Click, click. Perfect. Then our story can begin. Deep inside this beautiful forest, tucked away in a neat little cottage with a bright blue door, lives the big bad wolf. Now, hold on. I know what you're thinking. A big bad wolf, that sounds scary, but you don't need to worry one little bit about this wolf. He might be big, but he is not bad at all. In fact, he's one of the kindest and, get this, the tidiest wolf you could ever hope to meet. Oh, he loves his little house, and he loves to keep it absolutely sparkling clean. On this particular sunny morning, the big bad wolf is having a wonderful time. He's not using his big, strong paws to chase anybody, oh no. He's using them for his favorite chore, laundry. He has a big wooden bucket filled with warm, bubbly water, and he carefully dips each piece of clothing in. He hums a happy tune while he scrubs with a bar of sweet-smelling soap, making sure every little speck of dirt is gone. He loves the feeling of the warm sun on his fur and the smell of clean, wet clothes. Once everything is washed, he carries his big basket of clean laundry inside. And as he walks, he's so happy that he starts singing a little song he made up all by himself. Do you want to hear it? It goes like this. Left-hand towel smells sweet, right-hand quilt is long, the sun shines bright, the soap is white. He just loves the way his clean quilts and towels smell, don't you? It's one of the best smells in the whole world. Big Bad Wolf was just about to start folding his lovely, clean laundry when suddenly, bam! The blue front door flew open with a mighty whoosh, and a little flash of red, like a tiny whirlwind, zipped right into the middle of his quiet, tidy living room. It was a visitor, and this visitor looked like she was bursting at the seams with a very exciting secret. Of course, it was Little Red Riding Hood. Her cheeks were as red as apples from running, and she was trying to catch her breath. Big Bad Wolf, she gasped, her eyes wide with excitement. You are not going to believe what I just found. I was walking by the big old oak tree, and I saw a leaf. But it wasn't a normal leaf. It was a golden leaf. It was shining like the sun, and when the wind blew, it sang a beautiful song. You have to come see it right now. Wow, a singing golden leaf. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, all that excitement and running had made Little Red very warm. Her famous red cape, which was made of heavy wool, suddenly felt very hot on her shoulders. So without thinking about it at all, she reached up, untied the ribbon at her neck, and plop, she just tossed it right onto the middle of the clean, shiny floor. Phew, she sighed, fanning her face. That's so much better. But, oh no, in her rush to tell her friend about the magical leaf, Little Red completely forgot about her cape, just lying there in a heap. And at that very same moment, walking down the hallway from the laundry room was our dear Big Bad Wolf. He was still humming his happy song, carefully balancing that big, heavy basket of wonderful smelling, clean clothes. He couldn't see the little red puddle on the floor up ahead. He took a step into the living room, his mind full of folding plans. And that's when his big paw came down on something unexpected. It wasn't the hard wooden floor he was used to. It was something soft and silky and, oh my, very, very slippery. For a split second, he thought, that's strange. Did I spill some soap on the floor? But before he could even finish that thought, his feet slid right out from under him. Whoosh! Up into the air they went. Ay-ya-ya! Whoa, whoa!
the big bad wolf cried out, his voice full of surprise, as he felt himself tumbling backwards. And then, crash! The basket of laundry went flying. Clean towels, sheets, and quilts flew through the air like big white birds. And then, thump! A huge, heavy sound echoed through the cottage as the poor wolf landed hard on his back. Oof, he groaned, wincing in pain. Oh, my back. I don't think I can get up. All his perfectly clean clothes were now scattered all over the dusty floor.
When Little Red Riding Hood heard that enormous crash, she came running. She stopped in the doorway and gasped. She saw the kind big bad wolf lying on the floor, looking very hurt. She saw all of his beautiful, clean laundry now messy and dirty. And then she saw her own bright red cape tangled around his feet. Her tummy felt all wobbly, and her eyes filled up with big, watery tears. She knew right away that this was all her fault. She took a deep, shaky breath. She knew what she had to do. She walked over to the wolf, and in a tiny, quiet voice, she said, "I am so sorry, Big Bad Wolf. It was my cape. I threw it on the floor without looking. It's all my fault that you fell. Please, don't you move. You rest your back. I'm going to do all the chores and make everything clean again. I promise." Even though his back hurt a lot, the big bad wolf looked at Little Red's sorry face and gave her a weak but kind smile. "Thank you, Little Red," he said softly. "That is a very brave and kind thing to do. Let me tell you how I do my laundry. You take a handkerchief and first you scrub it with soap until it's covered in puffy white bubbles. Then, when it's clean, you shake all the water out with a big swoosh. And for the last step, you fold it very neatly, making sure one corner touches the other corner, just like so." Well, Little Red Riding Hood was a very good listener. She picked up all the dirty clothes and took them back to the wash tub. She scrubbed and scrubbed, making giant mountains of bubbles. She shook out the water with a loud snap, and she folded each handkerchief so carefully, just like the wolf had taught her. And before she knew it, she had created a perfect, neat little tower of freshly cleaned and folded handkerchiefs right next to the sofa. Little Red looked at the tall, tidy tower she had made all by herself. A warm, happy feeling bubbled up inside her chest. It felt really good to have fixed her mistake and helped her friend. You know, this whole big adventure started with just one little cape left on the floor. It makes you think, doesn't it? What can we learn from a story like this? First, let's talk about that wonderful feeling Little Red had. It's that proud, happy feeling deep inside when you've worked hard on something and finished it. It's the feeling you get when you finish a tricky puzzle, or build a really tall tower of blocks, or learn to tie your shoes all by yourself. There's a big word for that feeling. It's called accomplishment. And Little Red felt a huge sense of accomplishment for cleaning up the mess and helping her friend. So, what are the big lessons from our story today? Well, the first one is that our things, like our clothes and our toys, all have a special home where they belong. It's so important to put them back in their homes so they stay safe and so nobody trips and gets hurt. The second lesson is that everybody makes mistakes sometimes, but the bravest, best thing to do is to say, "I'm sorry," and then try to help make things right. And the third lesson, which Little Red discovered, is that helping out and finishing a chore can actually make you feel really, really good inside. It makes you feel proud and strong. And that brings us to the very end of our story. But I have one last little question for you. Right now, wherever you are, take a little look around. Think about your coat, or maybe your shoes, or that backpack you took to school. Are they put away safely in their proper home? It's such a small, easy thing to do, but as we learned from Little Red and the Big Bad Wolf, it can make a very big difference.